Hi, we are very happy to be able to speak with Jerome Paillard, the head of the market. We must be very busy with the online screening starting next Monday, right? So tell us it's a new shape, it's another new market shape. And well.
So hopefully this is the last time we talk by Zoom.
Yeah, well. Well, in fact, it's quite convenient. I must confess, it's really convenient.
So, yeah, but I think it's not really what we like, and we miss a big part of the pleasure to be together and to share feelings and to share films and to share a glass of champagne. I think that's something quite important.
And a toast, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So, no. So as I hope everyone knows now, Cannes will be physically in Cannes in July. In July, of course, just for this year. It's not our date for the future. And it will be in a hybrid format because, unfortunately, but we knew that, unfortunately, some of you will not be able to travel. I have to say that we are quite happy with the numbers we get from Europe and the US, where we got a very good percentage of our usual participants. It's more difficult for Latin America and Asia, even if we see now more and more participants coming from Japan or Korea. But so we have to give a possibility to all the others to participate to the market, and then we'll have that hybrid format, and I will certainly say more after that. In addition to that main market in July, we have decided to organize some pre-Cannes screenings next week. It's an event just for buyers and festival programmers, where they will be able to see in advance some films from the market, only from the market. So there will be no screening of the selection, the Cannes films. That's really, it will start in Cannes in July. But some other market films will be visible before. So it will be the possibility also to start having the meetings, to discover some projects. It will be also some project presentations at the same time, and a lot of screenings. We are close to 1,000 screenings now online. So it will be a little bit like last year on the platform, marché-du-film.online, but that time it will be only the screenings, and as I said, only for those professionals really doing acquisitions or programmation.
Yeah, so no events like the networking events you invented last year, just purely screenings.
Yeah. No, that's only the screenings. Everything, all the networking, all the panels, all the conferences will be in July, together with the Marché du Film in this hybrid format.
Okay, I see, well, according to Sinando, I see you have at today's account 612 festival programmers or organizers attending those screenings, which is a pretty amazing figure. And also for the later version of the market in July, 651. So clearly the festivals have massively subscribed and returned, probably because they really need to. How about the sales agent that you probably will have, because of the countries that are not allowed or have COVID constraints, what would be the percentage, in your opinion, of sales companies not attending with booths and stuff like that?
No, in Cannes, in
July.
It's true that the sales agent will be quite less, and we expect to have maybe around 100 sales agents. In the pre-Cannes screenings with virtual booths, we have almost 200 sales companies. So yeah, it's clearly less. But I would say also the good news in the physical market is the Village International, which will be still quite full. Not everyone, but I would say we have maybe 60% of the usual pavilions, and even some pavilions asking for a larger pavilion this year. So that means that most or many of the film commissions, of the institutions, the festivals again will be in Cannes and expecting and able to mingle with producers attending or the festival programmers also wanting to discuss the future films coming from those countries.
Yeah. At this stage, because of COVID constraints and capacity, do you know, as of today, whether there will be constraints in how many people can come into any given pavilion?
It has been already clarified by the government. So
yes.
Clearly, it will be no limitation.
Right.
So there is no constraints and no limitation. We will put, of course, some limitations to avoid to have too much people crowded. We will have a lot of measures to avoid those queues, etc. So all the screenings in the festival will be on reservation. So that means that queuing will be much less as usual. And of course, we will have those 1 meter between the people, and people, of course, will wear the mask during the screenings. And we enlarge the aisles in the market, so there is no problem to cross the others, etc., etc. But also a big part of the events will be outside, which will be quite nice. And for instance, we have been authorized to organize a lunch or a cocktail party. So we are not preparing big fiestas with thousands of people, of course, because we want our participants to be very comfortable. But we will be able to have small cocktail parties with a few hundred people, where it will be possible to, as I was mentioning before, because it's very important for me, share a cup of champagne.
Right. How about physically, what is going to be the look of the market, Riviera-wise, and the first underground -1?
Yeah, so we will concentrate the activity in the Riviera, and we will use Les Reims to have a new large conference room. We will have 3 conference rooms in different parts of the Marché, because we'll have many of those conferences, and those conference rooms will be organized to have multi-camera captation and the possibility to have remote speakers, so with big screens, so that will be also quite nice.
Sorry, yes. What conferences will be taken there at Les Reims?
We have a big program of conferences from a little bit as usual, plus many conferences about documentaries, about financing, about new innovation. So the program next will present conferences about IA and big data. We'll have also conferences about digital production, so digital sets and digital characters. We will have a presentation of startups, for instance, and we'll have conferences with streamers, our program called Meet the Streamers, where we'll have quite exclusive panels and keynotes. Yeah, so it's about 70 conferences altogether.
Right. So one positive way to look at the half full glass will be, in my opinion, to say there will be the same offerings, almost with the same level of quality in the panels, etc., but perhaps a little bit less crowded, and in other words, more enjoyable and probably easier to attend. Am I right? Or extremely?
So less crowded in the physical room, certainly, but because it will be streamed at the same time, we expect a quite large overall attendance, and yeah, I think it's I think it will be a very, at the same time, a very joyful festival, because people will be happy to be together, but also a quite comfortable and relaxed festival because less crowded. And I'm sure the access, for instance, to the screenings will be much easier than usual. And to get a ticket should not be as difficult as it can be sometimes.
And thank God we can expect that we will be allowed to walk outside without masks, because that would have been terrible in terms of, oh, sorry, I didn't recognize you. Yeah. Continuing on the positive side, what did you cook up? What did you cook that's new this year in 2021? I think I saw, for instance, goes to Cannes. You have new players, or am I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah?
So goes to Cannes. We have two new players. One is Sanfic from Chile, and the other one is Tallinn Black Knight, who bring projects from those two parts of the world. We also have a new program called Impact, which is really dealing with all the questions about inclusion, diversity, environment, sustainability, etc., which will be a transverse program covering Cannes Docs, animation, Next, Producers Network. So it's really a red wire to navigate between all our programs on those very important topics.
Jean, also Jean Films. You have a fantastic.
That's new. We continue. You were asking about the new things, but
yeah. Oh, sorry, it's not new.
We continue with our very beloved programs like Seven Fantastic or Frontières.
Right.
That's the program we continue in genre films. We will have also some screening coming from Blood Window, our program with Ventana Sur. So that will be still a good part. Animation is also a program we continue. I was mentioning Next, CanXR, which actually already started last week. We had online 1 week of presentation of VR projects together actually with Tribeca and New Images, so on a common platform, and we will continue.
Who's curating that for you on the?
So we have different partnerships. We have a strong partnership with VIR in China, and we have different programs coming with us, and it will continue during Cannes. We will reopen the platform online, and we'll have some presentation in Cannes, so with some players.
Sure. Can you elaborate a little bit on the doc, focus on the docs, doc day, and the online events and on-site events? I see you have a lot of things already planned there.
Yeah. So Cannes Docs continue. So we will have many players, sales agents, distributors, and festivals, documentary festivals, who will be also present on that venue in the Riviera, Cannes Docs, and we'll have the Cannes Day on the second Tuesday. I would say as usual, because it's a kind of tradition now, where we'll have many guests and guests coming also from the different selections, talking about their work and their challenges as documentary filmmakers.
Remind me the conditions to access the panels and the events of the doc things day, etc. You need the market badge, or is there a specific?
No, you need a market badge. Yeah, you need a market badge. You may have access with a market day pass, which is also available. Right. But it's all our activities are they are the benefit actually of getting the badge in Marché du Film.
So the festival badge will not be enough?
No.
Okay. Something I saw, the animation is now animation days. So you're spreading, you're extending. Is it something different day by day? Or?
I would say at least it's spread out on many days. So we have to put an S. No, it's not necessarily that we're expanding a lot, but because we have different activities, we needed to enlarge it a little bit, and so we continue. Animation is not growing so much. I think there is the same interest. I think it's always interesting to see, of course, the diversity also in the animation, and the animations also for adults. Those films and documentary animation also are some contents who are really very appealing. So yeah, it's
tell me about coming back at who's in and who's not in terms of countries that have COVID and pandemic criteria that prevent them from coming. What about the UK, because of their new variant seems to be problematic? Are they expected to come in easily?
Yeah. Actually, many. I think UK will be okay. The extension of the rules in UK is really concerned the boîte de nuit, the nightlife. It's not about leaving the country. No, the question is more than now. I think in France, the trend is very good, and it will be easy for them to come back in UK. So we see now I just got a confirmation of one of the UK company who just told me, oh, we are coming with all the team, and they are organizing their screenings, and everything this year is very last minute. And it's true that some companies really were waiting until maybe now to decide, which is very unusual talking of Cannes, but that's how it is this year.
Yeah, anyway, it's going to be a huge pleasure to meet again and have a kind of a real festival. And what do you personally think about going in Cannes in July? Going in Cannes in July instead of May. What difference will it be?
No, it's certainly, it may be warmer.
Yeah.
It will be definitely dry. That's so don't bring umbrellas and coats. That's absolutely useless. So the weather will be perfect, and we are just before the real summer season. In France, the summer season is really July 15th, August 15th, and it's that the time where Cannes is really crowded by the tourists. We will have more tourists, but early July is still okay. And we check recently with the hotels. There are some availability still in the hotels, so it's. I think it's really a good time to even to do a last-minute reservation. It's still possible.
Yeah. And last question: are you considering doing next year a pre-screening as well, or is that something of interest?
No, this year it was really because we were so far from Berlin, and because Berlin was end of March, beginning of March. We are now 5 months after, so they had really that need. And for some companies, because they have also to shoot something during the summer, it was really too late. So no, it's certainly not something we will renew next year.
Yeah, not in terms of trying to release the pressure of the work of the people so that they have less things to know.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, anyway, Jerome, thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon on July. Yes.
Absolutely, and I hope to see all of your members and listeners and watchers in Cannes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jerome.